Bucket naked.
Please hit the gym. Please hit the gym, and the pH needs to be balanced as well.
I've been drinking. Can't keep your eyes open. Right now.
Black women. And if you're not a black woman, you can listen to this message, but it's not for you. Black women, I keep seeing information about a women's march, whether it'll be this month in November or they're going to do another one during the beginning of the second Trump administration, so in the beginning of 2025. Let's not participate. We've done our job. We have to stop putting ourselves in places and spaces where our input is not valued. We went out, we voted. I can't say the same for these other women. So let them go out and be in their pink kitty hats, and we're gonna protect our peace. We could be home, we could be meditating, let's journal, let's, take a bubble bath, let's read a good book, let's read the Bible, let's do anything other than be out there marching, because like I said, we've done our job. This reminds me of when the women during the suffrage movement, the black women, were out there marching for the right to vote. And when the 19th Amendment got passed, guess who they forgot? Us. This reminds me of now. Black women were out there voting by the droves. I'm in a sorority. I'm in a black sorority. I know what we were doing to get Kamala elected. We did our job. So we really, really, really have to stop going above and beyond for these other women that are just going to disappoint us. So yes, this November, whatever that march is going to be, or this January, we're going to stay inside. Let's stay warm. Let's stay cozy. Get us some wine, maybe a nice hot cocoa, and let's just protect our peace. We need to create more spaces that are for us, by us, and maybe we could do a black women's march. But yeah, no, black women, please, no. And I don't care if I get slack for this, because somebody's got to say it. We cannot keep putting ourselves in these spaces, in these places. We can't be bailing out the whole world, black women. We are strong, but we are not that strong. Okay, bye.
How did we get here? How did we get here? What in the Alice in Wonderland nightmares is going on right now?
All I can say is, how fucking dare you?
If you voted for that man, if you voted for anybody other than Kamala, and you live in one of the states that it was, close, or if you didn't vote, fuck you.
Senate race. It's not gonna happen. Go Kamala.
I chose family, I chose women, I chose America. I love you.
How the fuck is this still happening? All I've ever known politically is hatred.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and your mother and your sister. I'm just done with all of this.
I'm sorry to all my friends who are Trump supporters. But you don't understand how if this guy does end up winning again, all of the people who voted for him will be like happy and they'll just be celebrating. And everyone else, everyone who feels threatened by him is fucking scared. Like we're scared for our lives. We're scared for our friends.
How dare you put this man into office for another 4 years, knowing damn well what it means for our country, what it means for us as a people.
To know that there is that much ignorance and that much hate in this country, it's so terrifying. It's so terrifying.
How the fuck are we back in this same situation again? Who the fuck is voting for him? Genuinely. Fuck you. I don't want to hear about how shitty your life gets under his policies. Live with that decision. Sit with it. Let it make you uncomfortable. Fuck you.
This morning feeling spicy. You guys feel spicy? Because I do. Alright. I don't know how to use this thing. Let's see what happens. Is this cutting off hair? I'm gonna have to cut it shorter than that. Buzz it down, right? I think that this is too... it's getting hair. Let's see here. Maybe I gotta cut it. Here we go. Have I given up on America? Yeah. I've also given up on coloring this hair because, right? Fuck coloring my hair. Fuck having my hair be long and luxurious. Fuck all that shit. Fuck being skinny. Fuck being hot. Fuck being all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be. Because clearly, they don't give a shit about us. And I'm talking to you too. Those of you ladies who have the internalized misogyny required to do what you did. Minorities who are so scared of a woman in power that you'd rather cozy up to the white man just in case some crumbs fall off his plate so that you may eat from them. Yes, scraps. I don't know how to work this thing, but I'm on my way. I'm gonna figure it out. Let's just do some cutting. You know why? Because this is taking too long. Here we go. Short hair we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're cutting it off because fuck you. That's why. You think I'm crazy? Me too. Crazy. Just like all the women before me who were crazy. So fucking crazy. You know what? It's been a day. It's been a year. It's been 9 years, 8 years, whatever it may be. Around this time, 8 years ago, it's one of the worst times of my life. It's when my life fell apart. Not because of this. Don't get too excited. I'm just talking about regular life stuff I talk about on here. But trust me, I understand. I've heard the message loud and clear. We all have. Now, women are going to have to just refuse to participate. Sorry, if you're a man, I will not be responding to you. If you are a man, I will not be talking to you. I am going to be promoting the 4B movement from here on out. Care, I don't care. Better scissors. My hair, cutting it all off. Probably painting a target on my back here, but whatever. At least I live in a state right now that has liver rights still. And we voted out Brandon Williams. Fuck that guy. Back to Texas. From whence he came. We also voted yes on Prop 1, which will codify into law some equal right protections in the New York State Constitution. So we did that at least. I don't know what the other fuckers are doing, but I don't know, man. We are embarrassing on the world stage. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Seriously? Oh, I've never had short hair before, ever. It's kind of fun. All right, we're just going to keep chopping away here because this is literally going to take forever if I don't. Cut all the hair off. You know why? I'm not going to dye it anymore. I'm going to try and grow it out anymore. I'm not going to style it anymore. Fucking done. I will not be giving my money to the beauty industry anymore. I will not be giving my money to anyone that helps support misogyny and the patriarchy and keeping women down and making women think that we need to look a certain way or be a certain way or fuck you. Fuck you. Women, fucking stop dating men. Stop having sex with men. Stop talking to men. Divorce your husbands. Leave your fucking boyfriends. Leave them. They don't give a shit about you. And I promise you, come over to this side. I will bake cookies. I will shave your head if you want me to, depending on how this turns out. Do a little more trimming before we buzz it. Where's my chop it? Cut my hair before. It's like, oh, don't cut your own hair. All right. When people tell me I can't do something, I want to fucking do it. Just entering my middle-aged mom era. About to get the clippers out.
Same men that voted for Trump are the same ones on the dating apps right now being like, looking for short-term fun. Nothing serious. I'm not political or anything. There will be no fun for you within the foreseeable future. Within these next 4 years, not if I have anything to do with it. We don't want you. You are being cut off. You will not have access. For these next 4 years, you are going to be blue balled. Better pick up a hobby. If you do find a woman that's interested in you, she will have no sense of self and will lack an upper lip. She'll have the engagement gums.
Okay, make me understand this. How is it that these people that barely are citizens, Like, they just got their documents. Their fucking ink is still fucking wet from their fucking diploma for citizenship. And now they fucking think they all full white. Bitch, don't forget where the fuck you came from, okay? You came from some fucking border, okay? It just don't make no sense to me. Why don't you help each other out? All these illegal immigrants that come in, they do pay taxes. They do pay, Medicare, Social Security, even though they don't get the benefits. But they do pay in. They're working. They go to the grocery store. They pay cash. They pay taxes. What the fuck? It's the economy. They're making economy for us. I don't understand. Make them legal so that way y'all don't have anything to fucking complain about. They're hard workers. What the fuck? I don't understand. My mom was born here. I was born here. I don't even fucking act like that. That's so fucking selfish. So you're where you got to be, but you don't care if nobody else is, right? That's just being selfish and greedy, okay? Because you don't want to help nobody else. You just want to help your fucking self, okay? No tiene lógica como que apenas acaban de arreglar papeles, fueron ilegales, fueron mojados, fueron lo que sea, de otro continente, de otros countries, y ahora no quieren que legalicen a todos los que están aquí o quieren que se los saquen. Por favor, no sean envidiosos, no sean egoístas, compartan, traten de hacer esta vida mejor, este mundo mejor, dejen de ser envidiosos y selfish. No tiene lógica. No se le olvide de dónde vienen de otros países, toda la mayoría. Los únicos que realmente son aquí son los indígenas naturales, ¿ok? Los demás, los gringos, todos los africanos vienen de África, los asianos vienen de Asia, somos todos inmigrantes. No entiendo, por favor, piensen, personas, piensen.
Crying on the internet, but I'm not even about to pretend like this some shit that I'm finna be embarrassed about, bro. Like, I ain't never been so fucking devastated behind an election, and it's just like, when you a black woman surrounded by black men, and they say all this shit like, oh, he's not that bad, and oh, he just hates everyone, bro. Like, it was my brother, homeboy, I was talking to the other day, a black man, and I found out that he's a Trump supporter. I'm like, he does not like you, and he was like, oh no, he just don't like everybody. What? So that's a good candidate for you? Someone who just fucking hates everybody? Like, what? And I'm fucking crying in my room this morning. My brother gonna come up in here and say, what's wrong with you? Like, he can't think of one possible reason why I would be upset right now, bro. These niggas are so fucking, they live on another planet. And it's because none of this shit affects men. That's why. Men don't give a fuck about nothing that don't directly affect them. If it does not directly affect men, they do not give a fuck. And motherfuckers hating women is the whole reason he got elected in the first place. The first time he got elected, he ran up against a woman. Second time, he ran up against a man, and it wasn't even a good fucking candidate, and he lost. He ran up against a woman again, and he won, because y'all just fucking hate women. That's all it is. We couldn't even get a white lady in office. Of course, they wouldn't go vote for no fucking black lady. And it's like people just, either people don't give a fuck, or they're genuinely not grasping how fucked this shit is. And it's just like somebody commented on my last video when I was like, in the club, we all crying, talking about, oh, y'all are so dramatic. Dramatic? This is dramatic? Like, this is an extreme underreaction. Dramatic will be marching down to that fucking White House and burning that bitch down. That's dramatic. You don't want to see dramatic. This is nothing. We are fucked. We're literally doomed for the next 4 years at the very least.
We have the power to make morons go extinct like dinosaurs. The morons here are just creating mediocrity. They are creating harm to Mother Earth, disrespecting the planet. And they are cancer to the planet. We don't need that, okay? We can live without mediocrity. We can live without the morons, okay? And if you're continuing to procreate with morons, you're just making little morons. We don't need that sugarfoot. Y'all acting like pregnancy is not a high risk as a woman, especially a black woman. You can possibly die from childbirth, and you out here going half on a baby with a moron that hasn't even bought you a ring or signed paperwork to commit their life to you? How silly. But you thinking, oh, he gonna stay because he loved me. He is just talking. It's all talk, no bite. You need to let people be about that action. You need to see paperwork. You need to see funds in the bank account. You need to quit being on this fantasy and just being all in la la land as a woman and just thinking that love is sex or love is attention. Love is respect. Does this motherfucker respect you or not? If he respects you, he will put his life on the line and sign some paperwork for you. If he not willing to do that, don't have no baby with no modern day bum.
I might get some violations and I may offend some people with what I'm gonna say, and I don't give a fuck. To all you Latinos that voted for Trump, I hope he mass deports you and your entire family. Whether you were here legally or not, you gotta go. I hope he does that. To you black men who your fragile ego couldn't take a black woman in office, so you either voted for Trump or you didn't vote at all, the police will now have carte blanche to murder you right where the fuck you stand. And when they do that, there's not gonna be no GoFundMes. Don't ask your family to ask us for shit. Just die. They can't afford to bury you. Dig a hole in their backyard. It is what the fuck it is. But don't expect sympathy. Don't expect protest in the streets. We're not doing that. Black women, we're done with. We're done. We did our due diligence for this century and the next. We've done enough. We're not doing anymore. To you white women that once again voted against your fucking interests, when your husbands start knocking you into the middle of fucking next week and you can't do anything about it because no fault divorce is in play, I want you to take those black eyes and those busted lips as a personal thank you from Donald J. Trump each and every time you get fucking hit. Take it. Don't look for nobody else. Don't ask for fucking help. Take your beatings. For all of y'all that voted for Trump, I hope you get exactly what you voted for. Because the only thing he did was make America great for the people that it was great for from the fucking beginning, white men. That's what he did. He couldn't run the risk of whiteness no longer being the default, not being allowed to fail up. So when you're bleeding out somewhere and there's a medical emergency and you can't get no fucking help, women who voted for him, don't take it. You just gotta die. If you got kids, they just gonna be motherless. It is what the fuck it is. You didn't give a fuck, so we don't give a fuck. That's how it is. This isn't America anymore. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's not gonna be America. And if you think that Trump is gonna be in that office for 4 years, you're fucking insane. Because we about to be in a real live action episode of fucking Scandal. Because your next president is not Donald Trump, it's JD Vance. Because trust and believe, within a year, you're not gonna see Trump anymore. He's either gonna be, and they're gonna say it's illness or he died in his sleep, it's natural causes because he's fucking old enough, or they just gonna let him spaz out and do the 25th. And that's when we really gonna be in the Handmaid's Tale. So I really hope all of you who voted for him, you get exactly what the fuck you deserve.
Now that the dust has settled, it's a couple of things that I want to say. Y'all, I think I'm ready to go full 4B. I'm ready to go full 4B movement on the men. Actually, black men, y'all did well. We got about 80% or so. It's always going to be some knuckleheads that think they white and got a white woman or, whatever. Y'all, the black men did pretty good. I'm not specifically mad at black men. It's just men in general treating women like, why are our rights always up for grabs? It's not a free country if every 4 years I gotta fight for my life. Like, if y'all insist on making women second-class citizens, we don't have to give you our body. If we gotta fight for our reproductive rights, we don't have to give you children. We don't have to reproduce with you. We're gonna do like they doing over in Korea. Korea got a whole missing class of children because they stopped mating with the men and they stopped giving birth because their rights were not being protected and because the men were not doing their fair share. And I'm ready to go full 4B. Women, if you haven't heard of it, look up the 4B movement. I think that the only way that women are going to get respect and change the narrative and break out of this misogynistic patriarchal nightmare is to withhold our bodies and start demanding more. We cannot be pick-me's. We cannot be chasing after men. We cannot be using our emotions and making excuses for men's poor treatment of us. We cannot be protecting DL men, especially in the church. We cannot be protecting predators. We have to stand up for us and us only, because that's what they're doing. And we are standing by our men, supporting them, supporting the church in their misogyny and making us feel like second-class citizens and going along with it like we agree with it. Like we really think the abortion is the issue when really the issue is women's sexual freedom. You don't want women to feel sexually free. You want men to feel sexually free and women to be punished and carry the burden and shame of unwanted pregnancy or STDs or so on and so forth. And guess what? Well, then y'all just be celibate. How about that? How about y'all just how Grindr crashed at the RNC because y'all was DL? Y'all go ahead and keep doing that. And then we'll just keep our stuff to ourselves, or we'll just share it with each other. And then we'll just go our separate ways. How about that? But as for women continuing to participate in the misogyny, even especially in our churches, like I just have zero patience for it anymore. I'm just not going. I'm not going. Men, they act like women are so emotional. The crash outs that I see are men. Men are crashing out. If you tell them no, when you try to act like you don't want to give them your number or that you are not interested in them, you become all kind of bitches, whores, fat, black, ugly, all kind of things. Like the men are the ones that's crashing out. And I think we need a good old timeout from each other. If you are in a marriage that's horrible, get out of it. Get out of it. If you have trouble getting out of it and can't live on your own, get you one or two best friends and y'all make a little female compound with you and your children and y'all help each other and take care of each other. There is ways. We do not have to continue to subject ourselves to abuse, to being second class, to misogyny, to all of these things, and then can't even get adequate health care because this is what we voting for. This is what men want. And white women, y'all did not show up. Latino men, I don't got nothing for you, Jose. If they come and get your abuela, good. I don't know what to tell you. If y'all want to be white and they want to deport your grandma, I'm letting her have it. I'm not marching with nobody else. White women, y'all got to do better. Y'all still want to sleep with the men, the black men, but y'all not showing up at the polls the way y'all said. Y'all did better. Not even better. No, y'all did terrible. White women, y'all did terrible. Y'all did decently okay, but how y'all was talking, y'all didn't show up like y'all was supposed to. And women in general, we have to reevaluate what we are accepting and what we want out of life. We are letting Christianity convince us that God wants us to be second place in our own homes, in our own lives. Like we gotta be, we're giving men all the main character stuff, but we doing all the heavy lifting and all the work in the relationship and for the family and with the kids and all of that stuff, while they just sit there and get to claim authority. And we just going along with it like that's what God wants. He doesn't want me to leave this abusive relationship. What God? That is, we got God twisted, and I feel like God is pissed about it. And I think that things are going to keep getting worse until women get pissed enough to do something different, which is withhold your body, stop engaging in these fugazi, ridiculous relationships, and pull out until you get your worth. If you are in a relationship with a man and he is not treating you to what you value and you continue to stay there, then you are just as much part of the problem as he is. Because if you withdraw yourself, if we withdraw our presence, if we stop playing the game don't exist. We got to stop playing it. 4B. I'm full 4B at this point.
We have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. When you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences, who's had to work harder and do more and overcome. And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down, that's not acceptable.
To the black Trumpers, and I don't mean black Republicans, because that's one thing to be a Republican, it's another thing to be a Trumper. To the black Trumpers, how does it feel to know that the Republican Party doesn't even look at you as a citizen? Freed or enslaved, baby. Them people saying, we don't need y'all vote. Y'all ain't no citizens. We, the white people, go handle this ourselves. Like, how does that make y'all feel? Like, y'all was out here literally cooning for free. Like, how does it feel? Y'all didn't even get no ducats from cooning, baby. Y'all just was out here being a coon for free. Oh, how does that feel? Like, I don't ever want to know what that type of black person feel like. Like, what does it feel like to be a coon? I don't even care. Y'all going to hell. It is so funny to me. Like, y'all was doing all of this for free. Y'all was out here cooning for free. And now that people said, we don't need, you're black. We don't need you. You thought we needed you? Go over there and tap dance with the Democrats, baby, because we don't want you over here.
All day, every day, therapist, mother, maid, infant, a virgin.
To the men of America, thank you so much, because you have now officially pushed any woman who was ever questioning herself away from you and into my arms. And I am now 100% gay. I wasn't sure before, but now I am positive. So if you're a man, don't look at me, don't touch me, don't speak to me, don't breathe near me, okay? Okay, I'm glad we got that sorted.
Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
I'm scared to go to sleep. I might wake up a motherfucking slave.
That man, if you voted for anybody other than Kamala and you live in one of the states that it was, you know, close, or if you didn't vote, fuck you.
Senate race. It's not gonna happen. Go, Kamala.
I chose family, I chose women, I chose America. I love you.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and your mother and your sister. I'm just done with all of this.
Feminists aren't happy either, so they're going on a sex strike to punish all the men they're already not sleeping with.
Not that my content reaches a lot of men because I have an IQ of 130. It doesn't matter if you take away abortion. Like, we'll want to have your babies even less, right? Even if you take away contraception, like, women are really good at celibacy because you guys are actually a threat to us. So we have a lot less to gain from you.
Stop dating men. Stop having sex with men. Stop talking to men. Divorce your husbands. Leave your boyfriends. Leave them. They don't give a about you. And I promise you, come over to this side. I will bake cookies. I will shave your head.
Finally, we talk a lot about these different demographics and these assumptions of where they're going to go. Latinos in Texas, a district that's 97% Latino, went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the border.
It's
the border
misogyny.
crisis is on their doorstep. And they were begging people to care about it for years. We need to take some lessons.
That's what that was.
The lessons are not
Knock, knock. Who's there? Oh my gosh, it's Whoopi.
That he's going to do. Be prepared for it. Yep. Don't wait for it to happen. Do whatever you need to do to be prepared for where you need to be with your family. And know that the economy that he's going to say, he built this economy. This is the economy that came out of Biden.
That Joe Biden built.
And remember that. Kamala Harris. I'm just saying, there are a lot of conversations here, and going back and saying, well, you know, the Democrats should have done this, or they should have. Yeah, everybody should have done something different. But we didn't. We did this. And because we did, we'll be right back. We hope.
number.
Well, I want to dig further into the demographics because black women tried to save this country again last night. 92% of black women voted for the vice president. You have Latinas in the 70%.
I watched this strictly to hear what they had to say, and it didn't disappoint.
You have Latinas in the 70 percentile voting for the vice president. What we did not have is white women who voted about 52%, right, for Donald Trump. Uneducated white women, is my understanding. You have...
I'm not uneducated, Sonny.
And you have, and black men was not the story. We're not the story here because they voted almost 80% for the vice president. Right. So why do you think that uneducated white women voted against their reproductive health freedoms and why?
You said it again.
He's going to deport the majority of his community.
White women like being called uneducated white women. I think the economy matters, national security matters. But when you put people in these boxes, I think that's a takeaway from this race.
We have to look at the demographics.
And it's interesting, the electorate overall, even though the country's been diversified.
Do you know how stupid you sound right now? The people spoke.
The voting public actually got a little bit whiter. Because a lot of voters of color decided not to show up. They didn't think there was anything in their interest to do it. And look, people can vote on anything they want. They can vote because they like the color of someone's hat, or because of reproductive rights, or because of the economy. Any of those things.
I thought it was the party of unity that you supported. Stop.
All right. I think that I'd like to reframe the conversation. I think Bernie Sanders is wrong. I think the more relevant question actually is what is wrong with America? I think what is wrong with our country that the Republican Party would choose as a candidate and support a candidate who is an insurrectionist, who is an election denier, who is someone who is twice impeached, 34-time convicted felon, someone who has been accused of alleged sexual misconduct by 26 women found liable for sexual abuse. What is wrong with this country that they would choose a message of divisiveness, of xenophobia, of racism, of misogyny over a message of inclusiveness, a message for the people, by the people, of the people? That is what the problem is. It's the Republican Party.
But can
what's
can
wrong
I
with
say
America?
something before? We can do a second. The Democrats are the ones. They are the party that cares for the blue collar
Exactly.
voter. The Democrats are the ones who put in Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, union protection,
ACA,
unemployment insurance, and Obamacare. The Republican Party doesn't give a rat's patootie about
clearly
it.
they didn't convince
Come on.
the voters of
So
that.
all I can deduce is that it's the messaging. It didn't get through to people. They're not paying attention. That's all.
Yeah,
because the Democrats have always been for the working people.
Exactly. And the Republicans don't care about it.
I think that the message of the Democrats sounded elitist. You don't have value in the society.
They
if you don't have a
sounded
college
that way,
degree.
but when you look at the proof,
yeah,
they weren't.
but Joy,
No
it's
one was saying
condescending.
that.
It's condescending. There is
What's condescending?
The way that the left speaks to its voters. It really is
a message of joy and inclusiveness.
No, the message of not being educated, being dumb, and what's wrong with America.
Who said that?
Sonny just did.
What is wrong with
Joy.
America?
My point here is that
that's not what Kamala Harris said.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
My point is, I don't blame Joe Biden. I don't blame Kamala Harris. Go back as far as you want. I blame a messaging within the Democratic Party.
You don't blame the Republican
Party? Can I just
Party at
finish
all?
my point, please? I obviously have a problem. Anyone has a problem with Donald Trump. The bigger question should be, yes, Sonny, why did they vote for him?
Yes.
In sweeping...
So they need to be introspective.
No. We need to be introspective. If we voted for Kamala Harris, we need to say, what didn't resonate with the voters? Do you know what didn't resonate with the voters? When they were saying we don't feel safe, and the left focused on defund the police and bail reform. Yeah. When they said we're worrying about... Can I just finish? Let me just finish real quickly. When they were focused on renaming...
It's only an hour show, ladies.
Joy, when they were focused on renaming schools, there were people saying, hey, students are destroying colleges. I paid for that. I sent them there. They can't learn. And everyone apologized for it and didn't want to attend to it. They also denied the border was a crisis and kept saying, no, it's fine. This is not a...
There was a border bill, though. There was a border bill.
Yes, but Joy, my point is they screamed. They didn't vote for him because he's a racist or a misogynist. They voted because they needed help in their everyday lives.
But Sarah,
the majority of this country, because
there's a lot of
stat coming out on the people willing to self-reflect are showing these.
Oh, wait, they're going to say I'm a racist and a misogynist in the exit poll?
You
really think 74 million people are racist?
Who's going to say that?
Every racist and misogynist voted for Donald Trump. Not everyone that voted for Donald Trump was a racist and misogynist.
I agree with that.
Everyone swept. They swept every category, and the reason they did is to say, hey, guys, no excuses this time.
Yeah.
Look,
they lost everything.
There's still
a country
half the
that
country
allows
that
its
doesn't agree with
environment to
him.
be ravaged, its children to be shot, its wealth to be hoarded, its workers to be exploited, its poor to starve, its cops to murder.
So you think America's
a
the
country
problem?
in trouble.
It's
a
so
country
America's
in trouble.
the
We
problem,
and
the
Trump is
voters
not
are
going to
the
make it
Anna,
better.
hold it for the next segment, right? We'll be right back. Hold it.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. Beyonce.
Stop. Carry on.
Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. 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 Hold up. Dance party with Beyonce.